Minnesota. The most he is neck and neck with the governor of Michigan and the governor of California for the worst governor in history. And you got exactly. But then you learn what good governors and good politicians can do. Look at your governor, Kim Reynolds, a friend of mine. Look at Governor Kristi Noem in South Dakota. They make decisions, good decisions that manifest into things to help us all. Well, here's the president then. He's kept his promises. All the stuff he's done manifested. He's got a gift of here's a problem, here's a solution, and what it's going to manifest to. Well, then this election comes along. I can't tell you all the things that were done just in Minnesota. 1.5 million people we reached out to by phone and knocking on doors. We put everything we had into it. Just in Minnesota, they stole 365,000 votes. Okay, and I'm going to tell you this. I talked to, where I'm at now, I talked to Lynn Wood. I talked to him a week and a half ago. I talked to Sidney Powell about 5 days ago. So I did my due diligence because I'm going, was this, I see these deviations. I watch them every day. When you see numbers, I watch thousands of numbers every day from all the TV shows, channels I'm on, and all this. And if there's one, all of a sudden you got some, let's say it's some radio station in Dubuque, Iowa has 5,000 sales when they should only have 20. There's something wrong. You got to check into it. Even if it's good or bad, you check into it and say, how did this happen? So the input made the output. Something had to make it happen. So I get them on the phone, and Sidney, I said, Sidney, you have all this proof that that the election had all these votes for Biden in the middle of the night on that election night. And she said, we don't just have that. We have the proof of the input. 100% proof. And we have the proof. So as I'm talking to her, I said, if on a scale 1 to 100, 100 being 100%, do you think Donald Trump's going to be our president for the next 4 years? And she said, absolutely. So I did. So before I went, got here and went completely public with this march and everything, I dug into it further and I asked her different questions. What do you have? What evidence do you have here? And we didn't have those machines yet, which I helped finance to get those machines a week ago. And I said, I'll put money into this. I said, is it going to be here in time? And she said, Mike, even if it's not, we have enough. We don't need it. That would just be icing on the cake. I mean, I'm here to give you all confidence because I'll tell you what's going to happen is this is what I believe. There was on election night, and this is what she told me. On election night at 11 o'clock, I was in Trump Hotel in D.C., and I'm there, and I'm looking at my sports. I checked. My friend of mine I was with, he checked the sports bet or sports book. Well, they know stuff, right? Well, Donald Trump was a 3-1 dog when it started. At 11 o'clock, he all of a sudden went to a 3-1 favorite to win, and it kept going up. And in all the states, he was ahead everywhere. Wisconsin, everywhere. And we're going, it's over. It's just, it's all of a sudden. This is what Sidney told me. At 11:15, all the corruption in those machines that they got set where Biden gets, they say 1.2. We don't know the exact number on that. And the president got like 0.8. You guys in Iowa probably won by 20% instead of 5. But they did these machines, and Donald Trump got so many votes that they didn't expect. Because they didn't expect this all the votes. It broke the algorithms in the machines. So, and what that did, they went into a panic and they had to start, what are we going to do? So they made up, they shut, everything got shut down at the same time. Okay, from Georgia to Wisconsin to Michigan to Pennsylvania. Who ordered the code red? It was crazy at the exact same time. You know what the odds of that are? And then they called, well, we got a leaky pipe in Georgia. Big lie, they got to prove. They have all these things. Well, What they had to do then is backfill, especially Wisconsin. They had to backfill because they were 90-some% was in, so they had to backfill the votes. And they just went into a panic. Georgia, it took 6 days, and then you had Arizona down there. That they declared. Fox declared it. 14% in. How bad is that? And by the way, speaking of Arizona, shame on Governor Doug Ducey for turning that in. How horrible, Doug, if you're out there. Give us an explanation. I haven't tried to call him. I got his number. He called me right before the election and wanted money for something in Phoenix. And I didn't give any, by the way, because I just felt good. But there's the guy with his own agenda. Governor Brian Kemp in Georgia. You need tomorrow morning, you need to get this thing, to get the signature audit started. And because tomorrow, he has to do that, you guys. Here's what's going to happen. Here's the pathway to victory. The pathway to victory starts with Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania. Okay, yeah, you can do it today, but it's Sunday. We need to do it tomorrow morning. The pathway to victory is in Pennsylvania. That's going to go to the Supreme Court, and I believe it's going to be a 9-0 vote because they did something wrong procedurally against the Constitution. You can't say if you have a green cup and a green piece of paper and they all go, hey, all you Supreme Justice, what do you think? What color is this? They have to all say green, okay? So, that's just the way it is. It doesn't matter all the corruption and fraud in Pennsylvania. They did this wrong, so you have to make that decision. And you pull that down. You not necessarily give it to anybody. You pull it down so they don't declare those votes. Now, Georgia, if the Governor Kemp makes his thing tomorrow morning, Georgia's an easy one because not only did they stole in so many different ways, but just recounting the signature ones, you bring Georgia down out of that. And then isn't it funny what they did in Omaha, Nebraska, so that Biden got one vote there, the corruption that went on there. That leaves him with 270 because of that one corruption there. They had this well thought out, you guys. So here, what do you need? You need one more state. Well, we got that. We got the gift from Nevada. There was more corruption in Nevada, even on the ground organically. There were 20,000 people that don't live there voted, 20,000 that were dead. I mean, it's just crazy what went on in Nevada. So you got those 3 states, you pull them down. Then on December 14th, what happens is it goes to Congress, but you only get 1 vote per state. And 26 of those are Republican. 22 are Democrat, and Donald Trump will be in for 4 more years. And oh, yeah, that's right. And I want to say this, you guys, there is so much. That's why the media. I was on a radio show in Minneapolis this morning from my hotel room. WCCO. This guy's on there, and he's just hammering me, going, "Mike, you're just causing problems out there. You're dividing the country, whatever." And I go, "What?" I go, "Are you kidding me?" And then this caller called in, and he goes, "Why wouldn't?" He was a Democrat that called in. He goes, "Well, why wouldn't we want to know if there's something out there like the suitcases and all this? Why would we not want to know? Why would both sides not want to know? Why would the left not want to know? Because are they hiding something? Of course they're hiding something." Well, and I'll tell you this: the Democrat Party. I mean, that ship sailed a long time ago. And the people there's friends of mine that they're Democrats, but they don't realize that party is not there. That Democrat party that people grew up with is gone. And right now, I was with the 2 senators that were in Georgia last night. If that's so important. His total was nothing that they expected on that side, right? They would have just cheated worse next time because technology is getting so easy for them. So this exposed the cheating because of our great president getting this many votes by all of you. And this is a turning point in history. Well, we need the whole world's watching, by the way. I got calls from Australia. I got calls. These are people high up in the Philippines. I got called from England and from Israel. And just the last week, all of them want Donald Trump as our president. The world wants Donald Trump as our president. There's very few countries, but one of them for sure doesn't want Donald Trump as president. China. And there's countries over there very worried because I believe it's all been a big conspiracy to bring down. If they had a plan to take those 2 Senate seats in Georgia, and now you know what? Now their plan, that plan's foiled too, because all the corruption there. They're like the center, like just like Minnesota was the focal point, ground zero for all the riots because of our terrible decisions by our mayor and governor. In Georgia, they're the focal point. Everything, all eyes in the world are going to be that election on January 5th. They're going to have to sit there and literally hold up. We got a demand. Hold up a ballot. Does this look good to everybody? Let's put it on the pile. Everybody, does this look good? Let's put it on the pile. We need to go back to where it's a real election until they have technology that can stop things like this from going on that you can't see. It's horrible. But I want to give you all confidence. I know they have more people to talk, but I want to tell you, I was with the vice president 2 nights ago and the president yesterday. All of them. They are not giving up, and they're in it for us, and they're going all the way. Whatever you don't see on the media, here's what we're doing, and we need all of you to do. We have 7, 8 more days or whatever till December 14th. They tried to bury this. The media did. From all across the board, the media tried to bury it. So with this and getting the awareness out, they can't stop the social media. I'm going to tell you, Crooked Jack Dorsey from Twitter and Suckabuck from Facebook. We call him Suckabuck. You remember that? Suckabuck, okay? What they did, let me tell you. They tried to right after the election. They tried to block. They do it to me all the time. Completely black out your tweets, right? Well, what they had to do, because they know Donald Trump's going to be in there. So what do they do now? They put that little disclaimer there, But at least they're showing the truth. Okay. Now, when we see that disclaimer, it's like saying you could just get in your head go, "This is for sure true." If Jack Dorkey says it isn't true, it's true. If Mark Zuckerberg said it isn't true, he's somehow stealing money and everything else. But I'll tell you, we're going to win this, and then what's going to be exposed? People should go to prison, including, they should go to prison. It's absolutely one of the biggest crimes against the world ever. This is a crime against our country, our people, and the world. God bless you all. We will win this, y'all.
Thank you so much, Mike. I really appreciate it. God bless you. Give a big shout out to Mike Lindell, the pillow guy. I want you guys all to go out and buy more pillows and more sheets, more countertops from your beds. Make this guy a lot of money. And the RSBN too as well, supporting all this buzz. I got to tell you a story real quickly. Back in 2016, we were watching the TV one night. And on the TV come this guy, and the news media was crucifying this guy. He's standing behind Donald Trump. He's going to ruin his business. You know what we did? We picked up the phone, and we bought about 10 pillows from you. I'm telling you, if the media says it's not good, I'm going to buy it. That's what I'm going to do.
I want to say one more thing here. We all need to give the glory to God, okay? This is a nation. I'll tell you what. God picked Donald Trump for such a time as this. And I want to tell you, this gives us, like I said from the Rose Garden, you know, God had been taken out of our country, had been taken out of our schools. This is where it started. Then they go to college and they get brainwashed by professors. And this is the time for the greatest revival in history. We are living in the best times because we're going to give the glory to Jesus. And I'll tell you what, whatever happens here, you guys keep praying every day for our president and everyone to have strength to get through this. He fights every single day, and he's so anointed by God. And it's, I'll tell you what, we all need to pray. And I just want to say that each and every one of you, we need to pray as a nation, as a people, and our values. We need to get over the next few years. We need to we need to wake up and ourselves. And like I used to wear my cross on TV. I was so slammed for that. I'd send pictures. I wore it in the crack house too. Is that okay? Yeah. But I'm just telling you, I got attacked for my faith. They'll attack for anything, but they're like piranhas. But if we all stand up, this is the time. We can't be like we used to be, just everybody sit down and and not do anything. We have to stand up for what we believe, stand up for our God, and stand up for Jesus.
Absolutely. Great job, Mike. Thank you so much for making this stop to Iowa. Really, really appreciate it, my friend. Absolutely. Go buy more pillows. All right, next up we have from the Iowa Standard, one of the few, along with Right Side Broadcasting, few really good networks, Jacob Hall. Where you at?
All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Again, one more hand for Brian and Farm Boy Garage for hosting us, huh? You guys, I've spent 20 years in the news media, and I've come to one conclusion. They lie. They're all liars. Every single one of them. And do you know why? Because everybody wonders, why is the media so liberal? Because they are. They are. And they don't want you to know that. It's not that they have an agenda. It's not that they have an agenda. It's that they're not even willing to present both sides. Media Research Council did a poll of 7 states, the 7 swing states. Biden voters didn't know about Biden's sexual assault allegations. They didn't know about Hunter Biden. I think the FCC passed some new rule and added 2 words to the things you can't say on TV. Hunter Biden. Where's Hunter? Does anybody know yet? Maybe this whole thing is a setup to see if he'd show up at the inauguration so we can find out where he is. Arrest him. Lock him up.
Tell him where he's at.
Guys, here's the deal. The media will not tell you the truth. That poll that Media Research Council did, had the media told people just one of 7 different stories, just one, Donald Trump would have won all 7 swing states, which he probably did anyway, let's be honest, and had 313 electoral college votes, and we'd be ready for 4 more years. So who's going to tell the truth if the media won't? You guys have to tell the truth. You guys have to tell the truth. And you have more tools at your disposal than ever before. There's no excuse not to. I've come today, I just commissioned myself before I came on stage to do a poll. 2 questions real short. Probably far more scientific than any of the push polls you guys saw leading up to the presidential election. Question 1, how many people here voted for Joe Biden? Okay, that sounds like 0. How many of you voted and are proud to call Donald J. Trump your president? Now, don't be surprised when the media says 50-50. 50-50. Margin of error of about 97%. You guys. Again, you guys, the future of this country is at stake. Do not give up. Why are we all here today? I'm here because I have a 13-year-old, a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 5-year-old that are going to grow up in a country that they will not recognize if we abdicate our responsibility to fight not for us, for them and for their future, so that they have the same opportunities that we have to live in a free country, be a free people, and as Mike Lindell just said, give all the glory to God. So that's the assignment. Just like everybody else that's been up here today, go home and tell your friends. Get on social media. Tell your friends at church, don't give up. You cannot give up on America because there's no plan B. This is it. The greatest country in the world. Why does the media despise Donald Trump? Because they despise you guys. The other side, Donald Trump has made America great again. The other side doesn't believe America was ever great to begin with. That's the difference, you guys, and that's why the responsibility falls on us to tell the truth and tell both sides, because guess what? People ask me all the time, why do you print stuff from Democrats? And I tell them, because we win. We know their arguments. We know our arguments. And everybody says, Democrats control Hollywood. They control education. They control the media. You know what? They can't control the truth. And that's on our side, and that's why we win elections in 2020. And right now, the truth is that Donald Trump, does anybody here really believe Joe Biden, who stayed in his basement for more than 80% of the campaign, got over 80 million votes? Then you guys have to make sure the rest of the country knows that. And when the wrong is righted, you stand for the truth, and you're ready to go to battle for President Donald J. Trump, for the future of America, for your kids and grandkids. We're counting on you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for fighting.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you very much. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Give it another big round of applause for the Iowa Standard. Okay, I want to promote somebody that's been really, really instrumental in trying to put this on. Obviously, Bob, Brian, and myself, Gary, and a few others were out. I know I'm forgetting somebody. We're out in Washington, D.C., and yes, we were the rowdy crowd down front because, you know what? We're only going to make this journey one time. So why not have a little fun along the way, right? Okay? Let's have a little fun along the way. That's what we got to live every single day. Be positive. So, Bob has got a phenomenal business right here in Des Moines, Iowa. And if you need to have your car polished and shining and showroom ready to go to a show to wherever you want to go, Perkins Auto Spa, call Bob Perkins, all right? He was very instrumental in helping do all this. We were right in front of Dustin. Bob sent him a picture. Dustin reached out. Next thing you know, Bob and I and Brian got together, and Gary, and we said, hey, this is going to be a heck of a deal. We got to help put this on. We got to do this, right? Okay? So that's what we did. So, Bob Perkins, all right? And next now, we have a fella from Fast and Loud in the Midfest, Tom Smith from Dallas, Texas. He's a mechanic, and he's a huge Trump supporter. He drove all the way up here from Dallas, Texas to be with us today. Welcome, Tom Smith.
I've never made a speech politically in my life. This is me busting my virginity right here. But as everybody knows, I'm a mechanic. And my prime directive is when I see something broken, you got to fix it. We got something so very broken that the whole way of life, if we don't fix it, is going to be altered and not for the good. I'm looking at everybody out here right now who a year from now, if this is not corrected, if this is not nipped in the bud, lives is going to be all different for the worse. We need to get in that big toolbox of ours every tool that we can assemble to fix this thing. We need to right this boat. This boat is taking on water from the top and the bottom. Yeah, you can't stop that water coming in from the top, but you can stop it from the bottom. Everybody grab a bucket and start bailing. And whenever you record videos, don't do it on your Bluetooth because they can jack with that stuff. Record it in real cameras. You need real data because we got all the proof in the world, and yet AJ Barr saying, I don't see nothing wrong here. What do you got to do? And got me so mad, that's why I'm standing here in front of you right now going, what do we got to do? It ain't right. But we can make it right, and only us can make it right because nobody else is going to fix this. And if we get broken, the rest of the world gets broken because literally the whole world depends on America. And if they break America, I don't even want to imagine what happens after that. Yep. We are the tip of the spear. Well, I'm kind of like a little further, I'm more of the handle, but y'all are the tip of the spear. But the spear nonetheless. Yeah. We got this. We need to get this. There is no other option. Failure is not an option. I've always wanted to say that in front of a bunch of people I didn't know. Now I said it. Yeah. Trump. But this is more than Trump. America. 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 Trump. We're all in this together. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you. Thank you. Next up, we have one of our very own representatives from right here in Iowa. Iowa House Representative Brad Zahn. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor to be here. I tell you, there's this last election, as you might notice, I got taken on pretty hard. They spent about $1 million. The message was about a third of the money came from the East Coast and the West Coast, and they lost. They are not going to come into this state like they're trying to do right now with Mariana Miller Meeks and steal the election away from us here in Iowa. And I'm very proud to say I was the only elected official to support Donald Trump when he ran in the Iowa caucuses in 2016. And I'm also very, very proud to say in Iowa, we did something a couple years ago. It's called voter ID, which needs to be done all over the country. And we have got to stop this steal. 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 I'm very honored to be here today to support our president and to do something about this, because not enough elected officials are standing up to say this is wrong, what's going on. I'm very proud to say that we're so lucky to have the next governor of Minnesota, Mike Lindell, here. God bless all of you, and stop this steal. Stop this